call it. I cannot call it. I wasn't on the phone for about like 5 hours because I went to sleep. The last time I used my phone was about 7, 7 o'clock. I kind of went to sleep early. 8, maybe 7, 8. I went to sleep early. I had got that case of nigga right, so I went to sleep. And when I woke up, it was, whatever time I went on the live. But my live stream just cut because my phone was blazing hot. I was on the phone for maybe the 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and my phone just shut off. That's the second time it did that when I went live with this Umar situation. I don't know why this phone just be getting hot. This is like a new phone too. But anyway, sorry for that. Had to dead that live stream. I couldn't get back to it. So this is me picking up. Me picking up on the situation. January 20th, DC. Time is not set. Okay, so the time is not set. But it's definitely going to be sometime in the afternoon. When I say afternoon, we want it to be after the inauguration and everything because it's going to be during the whole inauguration. But when I say after, because we want Trump to come to this rally. We want Trump to come to this rally. So Trump will be there after he do his inauguration. I know y'all be like, how the hell? Trust me. If we get organized, this is the challenge. We're going to challenge the billionaires. We want Trump. We want Elon. We want Vivek. We want all three of those billionaires to pull up on this situation. Very important. So like I was saying, I was telling the folks that we're heading to Brooklyn for December 15th. And so that's an important day right now for us. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, thank you. So yeah, we back. My bad. We back. My bad. I don't know what happened with my phone. I don't understand why my phone decided that it was going to just shut off. That's very annoying. When your phone just shuts off, it's hot. Like, why my phone hot? I wasn't on it for hours. But we was getting into it. So let's piggyback from back with the live. I was trying to get my point across. And shout out to people who's doing 9-hour lives. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Honor just did a live. Lumar Honor just did a 9-hour live. Probably almost going to go. He's going to push 10 hours. He's trying to push 10 hours. And let me explain why these men are doing these long live streams. Sad. This is why they're doing these long live streams, okay? Because the key to doing these long live streams is the key to their views. Okay, it's not like they got as many views as it looks like. It's just that the click, you know what I'm saying? The click allows them to get those views. So if he's on live for 9 hours and you check him about 3 times, that's 3 views that he got. Or for that one person, okay? Shout out to the hustle. And they're hurting. These guys their channels are really hurting. Okay, their channels are truly hurting because they have several thousand. I know this is me off the topic, but this is me on the topic. They have several thousand subscribers, supposedly. You know, not 10,000, several thousand subscribers. Like Lumar Honor, He has like 71,000 subscribers, something like that. And out the 71,000, he gets to watch his live stream. You have 400, 500 at the, early last year. You know what I'm saying? When people was looking forward to, for that Umar Johnson content, he was like, "Oh, we back up. Our numbers back up. We got 800 people in the house. You got 70,000 people as a subscriber. You know what I'm saying? And you doing a live for 9 hours, recapping old video footage of individual stuff that's not even relevant right now. Like situations that's probably like the past, like really the past, like not even an option of conversation, and you trying to stir it up, you stirring it up, and that's the depression. So when you talk about these cats doing 11-hour lives and 9-hour lives, and then when at the very end of it they have 2,000 views, that's kind of like weird. You know what I'm saying? Why are we doing lives for 9 and 11 hours every day? So Lumar Honor right now is doing a live that he's on for like 9 hours right now. Talk about Umar Johnson rants, but yet and still. And Umar Johnson rants. It's funny because when you listen to his rant, he's like, he be quiet, he don't talk, but yet and still when you call his name out, dude, I've been calling your name out, Umar Johnson. I've been calling your name out, and trust me. Yeah, at that time that was what, 2017? You know what I'm saying? That was a long time ago, 2017. When he was talking about SETI and they was having their little beef, and we showing that right now, 7 years later, we still talk about that. Umar Johnson don't even want to say my name. I'm screaming his name like, yo, dude, you're not a leader. You're not a leader. You are a speaker. And that's what we're talking about right now. So my whole thing right now, scratch, is why is Leonard Arnold spending 6, 7, 8, 9 hours talking about a situation that don't even exist and don't matter, but yet and still is not bringing light to a real situation? But we don't need that. We laugh at that. We really laugh at that. That's why we got to pull up. We're going to pull up. And when I pull up in Brooklyn and I go live in Brooklyn, in whatever short period time frame that live is, whether that live is 30 minutes or that live will be 2 hours, I guarantee you that live stream, when I pull up with Umar Johnson, when I pull up on the science fair, when I pull up and we have the conversation right there, I guarantee you there's going to have more views than your 9-hour live. It's going to have more of an impact than all your lives put together. And this entire year of all your lives that you've been doing covering Umar Johnson, Lennon, like I said, haven't you covered if you took this year and covered the Umar Johnson story of the now, what's happening right now in his life, he cannot get a certificate of occupancy. He believes that he might. He's like saying, "Yo, I have a feeling," and when you never heard him say he has a feeling that something's not going to go right. But did we letting these stories just go right by? What is that? Why he can't get that? Because I told you, I showed you. I'm the one who showed you why he can't get the certificate of occupancy. He has a lot of kinks up in there. If he didn't get the certificate of occupancy last year, 2023, 2022, and he still don't have it in 2024. And he's been talking about that for day one, and this man still don't have the certificate of occupancy. But yet and still you talk about 5 rants of Umar Johnson, 5 rants, and we digging in crates. That's like a network that's like a network that's about to go dead, and they searching for shit. But I'm telling you that December 15th, I'm going to New York, and we're gonna have the big conversation. We're gonna have the man conversation, a man's conversation, cowboy type conversation, and we're gonna rectify the problem as men. Like my man Snoop says, we can handle it like some gangsters, or we can handle it like some gentlemen, give them some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna handle myself like a gentleman because I want my bread. So we pulling up to this event for STEM, with science and technology and your math and your engineering and putting shit together. And these kids, I pray that they have much success. Excuse me, much success within the adventures of being scientists, yo. But they cannot be listening to clowns like Umar Johnson for leadership without seeing the sidekick right now and letting them know that this makes real leadership. I'm gonna show these young people what makes real leadership when men can handle their situation without killing each other. And that's gonna be the real example for that whole STEM. When they see men come together with a 4-year beef over money and no one gets killed, and that's gonna be on the Brooklyn stage, that's the real STEM. That's the real math. That's going to be the real engineering, the building of man. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a platform at a science fair and show a real science project. And show a real science project, the development of real men. And we're going to scientifically, like weird science, create leadership right before these young kids' eyes. And it's going to give them the motivation to go harder. But they're going to see something designed right before them. They're going to actually see God work. You know what I'm saying? When I get there, they're going to see God work develop in science, technology, and engineering and math. They're going to see the math and the God's work that's going to happen. Because yes, we need to become scientists, but we also got to know that the development and building of man itself, building up man and the infrastructure and building up man, we got to stack the math right. When the math not mathing, we got to go check it. And right now, my math not mathing, so we're going to go check it. And like you said, we're going to handle it December 15th like some pros. We definitely going to handle it like some pros. So December 15th, there will be a new Umar rant that Lennon Honor can cover. You know what I'm saying? Because this rant is going to be live. I'm going to make sure that it's live. And you're going to hear the rant. And you're going to see the rant. And then you're going to see the victory. And then, Lennon, you can't cover the story. See, this is going to be a sad day for you, Lennon. Because you were not going to be able to cover the story. I'm about to make a new story right now. Because there's nothing there. No one has a story on Umar right now. You can only now just talk about the gobbledygoo gosh. The gobbledygoo gosh. That's what Lennon Honor be doing. Talk about the Umar Johnson gobbledygoo gosh. But when Don M comes, a story and breaking news develops. So when I pull up to December 15th to New York City to promote the men's rally for January 20th, that's going to be real content for all you folks because you're going to be like, oh shit, he pulled up on Q and he pulled up on Umar at the same damn time. And Lennon, you can't cover that story. You can't recap it. You can't talk about it unless you bring me on deck now in between before that and hype the shit up. See, yo, work with me, bro. Let it be, yo, bring me on your platform and hype it up. That Don's, let's talk about it. Because I will be your eyes now. I'll be your cameraman to bring you the inside of this whole thing. So, like I say, if you man up all across the board, learn and honor, man up. You want to be covering Umar Johnson? I'm saying that if you don't cover me at this point before I get out to that event, you can't cover that event. You can't when I pop up. If you don't acknowledge me now, don't try and acknowledge me when I pull up. If that makes sense. You don't want to 4 years. You don't want to properly acknowledge the situation. When that situation do develop and is breaking news, what makes you think you can just smoothly cover it and recap it and break it down and do all that don't work that way. So embrace it now. Introduce your daughter. Why you put me on an interview? Why am I going to pull up to DC and Brooklyn? What's the game plan? Or are you going to bring your mallet? Let's talk. We can really talk goofy talk about it too, but cover it now because when I get there and whatever happens, let's say we scuffle. Let's say I get jumped. Let's say I get locked up. Let's say I knock him out. Let's say I get my money. Let's say he do apologize. Then you covering that? What gives you the right to cover that? We're gonna give you anyone you guys the right to cover that, especially Leonard Honor. Luma Honor. What gives you the right to be able to cover the story now? Max V come on out of the woodworks and cover the story all of a sudden. What gives you the right when you didn't make it right in 4 years beforehand? And that's the shit we talk about right now. So if you do it right now, be the Oprah. Be the Oprah Winfrey right now and cover the story right now. You want a story? I'm about to give you a story December 15th. Because I have to get out to New York to promote this. I have to get out to different locations to do the promotions. Because January 20th has to be a success for my life to move forward in the direction I wanted to go. Because I know it's revolution time. And I know the pieces that's put in place for us to be to utilize for the revolution, for the movement. See, these people who's in this so-called conscious community, this so-called black community, these people are not talking to you on the level where it's at right now. They are talking to you like, yo, we really have a bright future down the road. Like everything is peaches and cream. But then they come back and they say, well, if you think that this white structure is going to do anything for you, you fooling yourself. So okay, so now if you telling the people that this white infrastructure is not going to do nothing for the people, so then where we headed except for the white infrastructure going to destroy these people few years down the road? If you already saying that we need to get rid of some people, so if you're not talking revolution right now and the organizing for the revolution, because we are living in it right now, you're a fraudulent liar to the people, and you're just trying to rock the people to sleep while you just take their money. Well, I'm saying, nah, baby, wake up, baby. Baby, we gotta go. But baby, while we going, you be quiet. But you wake up. And so I'm telling it's time to wake up. Because we got to make these moves. Because it's way later than what we think. I'm not young no more. He's not young no more. None of these folks are young no more. Everyone has aged from the time of me coming on the set. Everyone has, all these men that you're watching has aged from the time of me just coming out with this Umar Johnson stuff. And I'm talking about age 4 years going on 5 years. They age. We age 4 to 5 years. So from the time you first see me, we done put another almost 2,000 days on this planet of stirring up the same pot of soup? No, we try. I'm telling you that, yo, it's later than what we think. It's 4 years later. It's 5 years later. It's 10 years later from the time him saying that these babies gonna be saved. It's 15 years later since he's talked about these children is gonna save us. These little black boys is gonna save us. No, these same black boys right now is selling weed and driving Uber. That's what they're doing right now. They're not saving us. But in the meantime, but in the meantime, we are actually hurting more because we are not really saving ourselves. We're trying to put it on the next generation, not knowing that we are the generation. We have to lead the next generation. And so if these guys are not talking about leading the next generation and getting us through a safe haven through this new war order that's happening, they're really just rocking you to sleep while they're trying to get over. And I'm trying to tell you that the time is now. We cannot be asleep. Not even with none of our people. Not with none of these conscious people. Not with none of these people who's giving me this content, this Diddy content, this Jaguar Wright content, this Umar Johnson content, this Kamala Harris content, this Trump content. None of this content matters. The only content that matters is that we are in war and it's revolution time. And we got to get organized. That's it. So I'm going out to New York City for that. I'm going to collect my bread and try to galvanize some New York troops. And at the same time, check this dude Umar's temperature. We got to check it. We got to check it. We got to check the temperature. Why? Because he's screaming and screaming. He's the black leader. He's the black leader. He's the leader. He's the leader. He's the leader. Okay, so if you're the leader, what's the game plan for 2025 right now for black people? Like he's talking about this. We could debate, and there's 3 questions that we could debate on about black leadership. My question right now is, what is the game plan for black America, black Cuba, black Brazil, black Australia, black Canada, black Africa? What is the game plan? What is the game plan for 2025? Because we're going to 2025. What should be our focus as black men for our black women right now? That's my, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to debate, folks. Let's debate. So let's write that question. What should black people, keep it simple. I ain't trying to debate about the word black. No, I ain't got time for that shit. What black people should be focused on in 2025 in the African diaspora, as y'all want to say? So when I go to this men's meeting, this is the question I'm going to ask them. That question. Throw a question, folks, because I don't think you guys are going to go to this little meeting in Brooklyn. I don't think y'all going to Cuba to STEM. I don't think y'all going there. I'm pulling up, and so I'm going to ask the question. So what question should we ask? So like I said, what black people should be focused on in 2025 throughout the African diaspora? Okay. What's another question? Because Umar, you say you're the black leader, but not one time have I heard you say that this is step 1 that we're working on. Because if your step 1 is working on building a school, that dog, we dead. It's like the little games that be coming up on your the games that be coming up on your phone, and it's what Royal is with the king, and he's pushing the rocks, and he's trying to push the rocks, and the rocks keep pushing him into the spikes, or they push him into the fire. I'm like, dude, We've been pushing these rocks we've been trying to plant these rocks for the FDMG for like what, 10 years, 14 years, 12 years. And dude, we done burnt like 12 times. We got stabbed by the plant by this 12 times. The spikes and stabbed us in the back. We done burnt, we drowned. Dude, if that's step one, you're killing us. Now you want the women to give $700 a month? Like I said, you homeless, and what happened? You found the spot for $700 a month, and so now you're trying to G at least like 25 women, 30 women, 300 women to give you $700 a month to pay the rent. So you're gonna make a 100% profit off for paying your rent? That's black power. That's getting us through 2025. No, I'm pulling up I'm pulling up because I want to check you and find out what you. I want to see your leadership. It's a rally. It's a men's conference. I want to see what the leadership is. I want to hear what the leaders have to say. I want to sit down and analyze what our Brooklyn leaders are talking about. I want to sit back and listen to our intellects. I mask up. I won't ask my questions until it's time to ask a question. I'll be quiet. Matter of fact, I put two masks on. I won't say shit. I double up. All right, we're going to double up. We're going to be quiet. Ain't going to say nothing. Zip. And then when it's time, I'm going to raise my hand. Say, excuse me, sirs. I have a couple of questions to ask. Because I'm sitting here and I'm listening, and I traveled all the way from Philadelphia. I'm originally from Queens, New York. Shout out. I haven't been out here in so long, and I'm just so happy to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I really appreciate you guys. This is a beautiful thing that you're doing. I love the fact that you guys got, men from all different arenas coming here. But I just would like to know what is our plan for 2025? What should we be 100% focused on right now? Is it something that we can be focused on 100% that's going to have fruit to give to our people right now? And because I didn't hear it just yet, and I want to write it down because I want to be part of that growth. So that's going to be question number one, and I'm going to need it. I'm going to need an answer, because if I didn't get an answer when I had my mouth closed, if I don't get an answer when I have my mouth closed, when I pull this down and I ask the question, I need an answer. So Umar Johnson, you the black leader, I'm humbly asking. Matter of fact, let me show you folks. I'm gonna take a knee. I'm humbly asking this question. I'm on my knee, taking a knee, doing the Colin Kaepernick. I'm taking a knee, and I'm humbly asking the question. Head down. I'm humbly asking the question. Yo, Umar, what is it that we could be doing right now collectively as black men and women? What should be our main focus for going into 2025? We have a new president, which was the old president. We have a lot of things that they're going to be focusing on. We're not moving in fear, but what can we do moving collectively that's going to be impactful for us in 2025? What should we be focused on? Is it your school? Is it Cuba the school? Is it? What is it? Please tell me. Please tell me. And that's where I'm at right now. I can tell you what we should be focusing on. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you. Because, trust me, they don't know. They don't know. I promise you, these niggas don't know. I know. You know what we supposed to be focused on right now? Y'all ready? You're not going to hear this nowhere else because there's nobody who's keeping it real with you. They all trying to rock the babies to sleep, putting the baby in, putting nipples in their mouth, breastfeeding. Niggas trying to breastfeed. You got all these niggas out here trying to breastfeed you women and men. Fuck wrong with y'all, you diddies. This is what we need to be focusing on in 2025. It's FEAR. We supposed to be developing a worldwide fear base to the infrastructure that's before us. See, they don't respect us because they don't fear us. There's nothing about us that they fear. See, governments only respect fear. They have to have a certain level of fear for an enemy. They have to have a certain level of fear for a situation, for it to be a problem with them. We have to develop a fear factor that these people like, yo, the niggas woke up. But as long as we are not focused on the fear factor, that's why we don't have a government. But if we focus on developing a fear factor, now they will have to respect everything we are talking about and doing. Hip hop was a fear factor. The Negro League was a fear factor. The Negro League was a fear factor. Baseball was a fear factor for them. If we're not creating fear factors for these individuals, we never ever will be on a map of respect. A fear factor. Immigrants is a fear factor. These cats are willing to come across a country line, no matter what you're talking about, and get the dream with no documents. That's a fear factor. We black folks have no fear factor. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. We must develop a fear factor. And that's why this will work. That's why this will work. This is a fear factor. This is a fear factor. See that? That's a fear factor. That's a fear factor. Look, a fear factor. Okay? A fear factor. Look, men in suits. That's a fear factor. Uh-oh. Fear factor. See, that's a fear factor. Seeing us organize. Seeing us organize for something outside of us being, say his name, say her name, say her name, say her name, say her name. George Floyd, George Floyd, George Floyd. They dead. That was fear factor, but it's not working no more on the level that we need. Because, like they say, China got pretty much like an anti-lynching bill with China. The Chinese folks, you can't kill them like that without, you know what I'm saying? We are not looked upon as nothing. It's not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. So that's really not doing nothing. What's the real fear factor? It's us going to them. Organize. And saying, yo, we challenge you. We coming for everything you owe. That's it. We gotta be organized. We gotta be organized. We gotta be organized like every single culture, every single race, every single person that wants justice, they want freedom, they want to be part of this planet. We gotta get organized and say, if we supposed to be the chosen ones, organize and choose the right path and say, yo, this is it. Y'all better recognize us, respect us, and move, get out our way. That's all we need to be focusing on. But we must come up to the front line and say, yo, we've been knocking at the door. Like my man Tupac said, we've been knocking at the door. We've been saying, yo, we outside, we hungry, saying you said you was gonna do this. We've been doing that. Now they've been out there talking about reparations. I've been hearing that for a long time, since I was a little kid. Don't think it started with some FBA reparation talk. Shut the fuck up with that. It's been talk about reparations before these cats. When these guys was being pimps and hoes, I was hearing reparation 25 years ago, 30 years ago. So don't think it started because it's FBA. Right now, we supposed to be like, yo, check this out. You shift this money from here, and you shift this money over here, and you shift this money from here, and you shift this money right here, and you pay us that now. That's what we gotta do. We gotta know how to talk. We have to know how to put the fear because we know what we're talking about. Maybe they don't see. Maybe they need Pocket Watch with JT. Maybe Pocket Watch with JT needs to do a major episode on the government spending and where they put money. You know what I'm saying? Go Pocket Watch the government, dog. Pocket Watch the government, JT. Pocket watch with JT. Instead, you pocket watching all these black folks' pockets. How about you pocket watch? We need intellect right now. Like I say, we need to put fear in these motherfuckers. So pocket watch the government right now, so we can have all our facts across the damn platform. Leonard, you want to pocket watch somebody? Pocket watch the government, so we can have everything lined up. And because we know that you spending money here, we know that defense is getting too much money for that. We know NATO's getting too much money for that. And we know this is getting too much money for that. This corporal is getting that much money. He ain't do shit in years. This man's sitting in a fucking wheelchair, dying, but he's getting $200,000 a year with a budget of this. He has control of that. Pocket watch the government. So when we go and we say, yo, check this out. You owe us, but we're going to help you out because you got money over here that you got going towards that we don't agree with. You see us back here? We don't agree with that. We ain't sign up for that. We ain't vote for that. We're not in alliance with that. See, we got to bring fear to the system respectfully. We got to bring respectable fear that they comprehend, not anger and frustration and black power. We need to show what black power is. And what black power is intellect. Hey, yo, check this out. You said that this was going to go down. You said this was going to go down. This was supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen. And right now, we coming to collect. We free. We coming to collect. You said that you was going to put money towards this and money towards that, money towards that. We coming to collect. We have our people in place. We have this for that, that for that. We are structured. We are allocate the funds. Allocate the funds, or this is definitely the last election that will ever happen in this country. Because the next election, one, if we in war with you cats, the next election, we boycott. Understand? See, this is the most important time in life because this is when we can be extremely smart with the hustle. If we start now and we step to this nigga January 20th and say, yo, everything that you talked about while you was campaigning for 12 years, and you said the blacks, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Remember you said that? Remember. We respect that. No problem, no beef. We just coming for what you talked about. Those black jobs that you talked about, we got we got 1.5 million homeless cats who's coming for those black jobs right now. We don't need no immigrants to get these jobs. We coming for it. Because then you say immigration is going to hurt the blacks. It's going to take the black jobs from us. We agree. We coming for it right now. And if we don't get what we coming for right now, no, we ain't talking about down the mother effing road. We talk about fear. We talk about right now. Next election, 2028, we boycotting. We not even allowing people in the polls. We boycotting. We boycotting. And that's just one step. We going to reveal all the steps of how we going to shut down our own government. We also going to run some felons, because if a felon can get in office, we're going to put out some felons that we're going to back. We might even get some gangsters to run for office as well. Some gang members. We're going to just throw everything out there. We're going to disrupt your whole government flow. But if we're not talking a language that they need to hear, we're not talking nothing. But the most important thing is the first step to them and challenge them. Hey, we heard. Like it's the same way y'all cats went out there and got those loans, whatever that shit was, whatever that money was. That PP shit, whatever that is, y'all went to go get that. Y'all was on your phones. Y'all did everything y'all had to do to get it. TC he got his whole family that shit. Everybody, you got everybody some bread. You get 10,000. You get 10,000. You get 20,000. So y'all was running for that. So I'm saying, if we don't get organized to come and claim everything that this dude ran the campaign about and talked about, if we not going to go get that bread, y'all are corny. Every single person that received that money during that COVID time and went out there and gave it back to them just as fast, you clown ass fools. Time to get organized, because we're going to go and claim what they owe. It's not just reparations. It's whatever it is that we want. That's what they owe. Whatever it is they want, that we want. And so as long as these guys ain't talking about that, they not talking about nothing. As long as they keep telling you that we can do it we can't do nothing at this point by ourselves. Not with this generation of people. We're not built for that. We not designed. See, their STEM back in the 70s, they was doing STEM programming on us. They was scientific, they was using science and technology and engineering, and they did the math of the years it's gonna take to make this project out of us. And by now, they got the complete man and complete woman that they want for this lifetime for us. And that's a confused man and woman. They got us in a confused state. They got us from where we supposed to be. We are the revolution. But they got us confused because they got us thinking that we are not the revolution. So they did a great job on what STEM work on us humans. I'm telling you that right now, if we not focused on going to that same system and saying we are here to claim everything now, we are talking nothing. There's no Malcolms, there's no Martins, there's none of that. No man is built that way. This generation has been modified, yo. This is GMO people. You looking at GMO people every time you press those buttons and go online. The 99% of these people that you listen to is GMOs, genetically modified organisms. GMH, the genetically modified humans. They are watered down. You're listening to one of the last revolutionary type niggas. And I have a small platform. That's why I'm not one of those GMOs. The GMOs are ones who have big platforms because they are part of the system. They are just teched out. They want to be part of this system. But I'm telling you right now that we pulling up because we gotta get organized. I gotta get to this meeting. This is like so. It's like history in the making. So Umar Johnson talked about he thinks that he's going to have problems with getting the building open. See, look. He Umar Johnson talked about black power. We're going to do for ourselves. We're going to do for ourselves. You can't do nothing for ourselves, folks, because we have no authority. We have no power. We have no ability to give paperwork out, license and registrations. Like I said, I was part of an organization called African Stock Exchange Association Development Corporation, federally chartered to do everything the federal government can do. It's a government within the government. So all we had to do was get our members and that, and we can issue our own licenses, our own social security cards, our own everything because we have the authority. But just saying we don't need to do anything, and then you take all this money, and then you have the school, you have the property, but the next thing you know, you're on the radar now, and they saying that you can't even open your building, sir, unless you get this paperwork from us, sir. And these are the rules. This is what you have to go by, sir. And now he's talking to you folks. Where's the black power now? So when you look and you ask him, what's up to school? He says, well, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're going to have to protest. Protest? Protest who? For what? I thought this was black power. I thought we was doing this all by ourselves. We don't need nobody. Oh, you know, you can't do nothing without them. Their approval. What is he teaching you? Because right now, if he can't open the school because he can't get no paper from these white field folks that he want us to hate so bad, then maybe we don't need to be hating these folks that can stop us from getting the paperwork that we need to do what we need to do. Maybe that needs to stop. Maybe the hatreds need to stop. If we want to do the things that we need to do, maybe that needs to stop. But who am I? Let's keep the hatred going another 10 years and see if the FDMG get open up for that. Why do you think he's going to have some problems? Why do you think that you're going to have some problems? He said to this dude online, he says, because he says, so what's going on to school? For like 3 years, this dude, Father, whatever his name is, Father Benjamin, whatever the dude name is, Father Tom, you know what I'm saying? Father Eskimo, I don't know. But Father Benjamin, who's a fan of this dude, I don't know how he still could be a fan. Somebody get me on that man's show. Get me on that man's show. But he every year this man asks Umar the same question, and he sounds so depressed asking question. He says, "So, what's up to school now? You know, so what's up to school now?" And he's like, "Well, I'm still trying to get the certificate of occupancy. You've been trying to get that for 4 years. All the painting in the world is not going to bring a certificate of occupancy." And then he said this a year ago. He said this a year ago that he got to get to change the doors. You said a year and a half ago that you had to change the doors. You had to get new doors and change the doors. You said a year and a half ago that you had to do with the floors. You still saying it in 2024 in November that you got to do the floors. It was a year and a half ago you said you was ripping up the carpet and everything, and now it's still concrete floors. You said 2 years ago that you was 2 seconds down the finish line. But now it's still the same thing. Why you in Australia? Why you over here? Why you over there? Why you there? Why you there? Why you there? Why you there? But it's still the same thing with the school. And then overall, over all that, the umbrella over all that, you saying that you cannot open a school because these white people won't let you. But it's black power. So obviously, the school is not the answer. The answer is when we just organize ourselves and step to the problem. Now, he's talking about, this is why he's such a cornball. I need y'all to understand. He would take he would take this right here and try and say, "Oh no, we don't need a men's rally for the for inauguration day. We need to have a men's protest to open up the FDMG. We need to have a protest of men and women to protest to get the school open. But we don't need to go inauguration day to protest to get NATO money to be shipped from NATO to the community. We just got to protest and go down and demand that they give occupancy so we can open up our school, the FDMG, so we can teach our little black boys some African education. So we can have some conferences for our black sororities and fraternities. Okay, we got this. Yo, that's the game plan. We got to get this school open so we can have everybody. Instead of you going to the hotels, you can do your conference at the FDMG school. So we need to have the biggest protest in Delaware. He would try and shift the energy from the men's rally in DC. He would try and shift that to it need to be channeled to a protest at the Department of Occupancy or Department of whatever that is for licensing and shit like that. No, dude, we don't need no protests at the Department of Licensing. Just get your shit together. What we do need to do is pull up a DC with the energy that we need to bring, like they had at Kyrie Irving's Barclays Center. We need that energy 400 times. That's the energy we need. We don't need no protest because you need to get your certificate of occupancy. What we do need is a protest at the school because you ain't pay your people. He said he don't think that he would get the certificate smoothly. Yeah, I'm pulling up the book and we're gonna have a discussion. We gotta get you on the right track, dog. Why you don't think it's gonna go smoothly? Because you ain't handling the situation smoothly. So why would you think you get smooth results? You gotta replace the doors and you gotta put the carpet down on the floors. Why that shit didn't get done last year? Why didn't that get done this year? That should have been on your bucket list. I'm confused. How from January to December you didn't get the doors and the floors fixed? When you mentioned that in 2023. How in 2024 you don't get no doors and no floors fixed, but you mentioned it 2023. We are really confused. What have you been doing? And you talk about another coat of paint, yo, so it can pop. Another coat of paint so it can pop. Did y'all hear what he said? How many coats of paint do you have on that wall? How many coats of paint do you have on the wall in school? Period. For you say you want to do another coat of paint. There's no paint. I don't care how much you do, how much, I don't care how many painting days you have, how many people you have painting. You can have every Mexican that comes across the border paint. It's still not going to open school. You could put 1,000 murals on that wall. It's not going to open the school. You got to fix that leaky roof. Yo, it was so amazing, yo. It was so I almost cried for him when I was in the school, the big school especially, and when the building inspector came through, and he was, giving him the rundown about the building, like this building cannot be opened until it's fully cleaned, fully clean. All this soot from the fire must be cleaned. And the amount of money that he said that was going to cost to clean all that soot from the fire, it looked like mad spider webs and shit like that, but it's not spider webs. It's soot from the fire. over $100,000 just to clean it. Over $150,000 to clean the big school. I'm talking about the big school. The soot alone from the fire. So if y'all really think that he's going to get a certificate of occupancy, I'm telling you he's not. He knows he's not. He knows he's not. He says I don't think he would get a certificate of operation smoothly. He said, but we're in prayers, but he don't know if he have to organize a protest. Yo, that's some deep shit. And I'm trying to tell you, so now that's going to be his excuse for the next year, for all of 2025, is now going to be, well, he's waiting to get the certificate of occupancy and he got to organize a protest. Join me in Delaware as we roll up on to open up your school. So that's going to be the new gimmick. He's going to run with my whole thing of the men's rally to now it's an FDMG rally. So Umar's now going to start focusing on doing an FDMG rally, get his certificate. He got to do a protest now. Come on, man. Come on, man. Any and everything I say all of a sudden is out there for these cats. They use it and they run with it for their needs. And because they not for the overall people. They want to keep you rock asleep. And then he went into a whole spiel about, because everybody's like, you know what I'm saying? What's up with Philadelphia? And then he talked about, well, all great leaders had to leave their state and get their flowers somewhere else. What flowers are you getting from Delaware, dude? What flowers are you getting from Delaware right now? You don't have no florist shop. You don't have a garden. What flowers is Delaware giving you right now? What flowers should they be giving you right now? When all you're doing is giving them a false hope and false illusion. And then when you come back to Philly, what you're supposed to say? Hey, look, I got your FDMG school. I got your FDMG school. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. And these guys in Philadelphia gonna be looking at you like, nigga, please. Trust me, they're gonna be looking at you like, nigga, please. They ain't giving you no flowers because you got this FDMG school open in Delaware. They not going to give you your respect, period, in this state, yo. I'm telling you, they not going to give you no respect because they don't have respect for you because you are disrespectful to your own town. You could have did and you should have done everything you need to do right here. And for you to run all over the place and waste all this time talking about what you're trying to do, that was an insult to the place that you are. The difference between me and New York is that there was a conspiracy that people conspired to oust me out. This is real talk. People conspired. Yo, they got together, round table, to oust out certain individuals because they didn't want these individuals to get some of this money. I told you I got money 3 years straight. They were like, who this dude? Where he come from? Why he getting our money? We can't allow him in this circle. We can't allow this man to know how we doing, what we doing to hustle with these contracts. He's not one of us. Where he come from? But y'all don't have to believe. But when people get drunk and they tell you what it is, it's like, whoa. Matter of fact, I'm going to throw a name out there. Ask Catherine Brown. She was on the phone. She heard. People conspired to get certain people out the way because they wanted to keep the money to themselves. When I seen that everything wasn't what it was, and I seen the hate, and I was like, yo, this is ugly. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. I'll be back because there's my people all over the place. And so, shit, Philly's like New York. Let's make it happen. My situation is different. You supposed to be the king of consciousness. You supposed to be the gatekeeper, dog. You ain't supposed to be getting ousted out your own city because you coming in and you making moves and taking over. You supposed to be well received. And Philadelphia has nothing but property. They have nothing but abandoned schools and, and shit. I'm around one right now. Big ass abandoned school. I'm like, shit. I was looking at it yesterday, like, damn. So what I'm saying to you is you are a fake false prophet. Because that's what he says. Many prophets, great prophets and leaders had to leave their hometown and get their flowers elsewhere. If you, what the fuck you doing this for flowers for? I'm not doing this shit for no flowers. I'm coming, yo. I'm coming to December 15th. I'm coming to New York because we got to have this discussion. What are we doing this shit for? Are you doing this for flowers, folks? Ladies, are you donating to that school because you want him to get his flowers? Any man that want flowers at this point right now is homo. He want flowers. I don't want no flowers. I want the earth. I want the soil. I want the dirt. I want the land. I don't want no flowers. I want to plant the seeds so the next generation can eat from the fruit and vegetables that we planted. I don't want no flowers. I don't know what the fuck he thinking. I don't need no flowers. He want flowers. Get him his flowers. I'm gonna bring him a rose. I'm gonna bring him a long stem rose with thorns. I'm gonna bring Umar Johnson some flowers. I'm gonna give him a dozen roses. But here's your flowers, Umar. Be a bigger man. Apologize. I'm gonna give him his flowers. I'm gonna give you your flowers if you apologize, Umar. Who would like to donate some money for Umar Johnson flowers? $ Icy Don 167 so we can get Umar Johnson a bouquet of flowers. He want his flowers. Stay focused with me, folks. This is late night real deal content. This ain't any frustration. This is me letting you know about leadership. This is me letting you know about taking the horse by the reins. Or something now he's talking about he might have to do a protest for his certificate of occupancy. So ask yourself this question right now, folks. If he's saying that he might have to do a protest for the certificate of occupancy, and he's saying that in November 2024, do you think that school has a chance to open up next year? Do you really think that is even a focus of his right now? Do you think that in his mind, you know what I'm saying? At this point right now in time, do he even believe it? That school has a chance to open up next year? Do you think that he believed that the school will open up next year? If he's saying that he might have to have a protest for the certificate of occupancy, think about that. I'm telling you straight up and down, no way, no how. It's no way and no how that school has a chance to open up next year. Because if he already, see, Umar is a weak type of person. Okay, so if the paperwork ain't going to go through, if he's like, oh well, that until that it's nothing I can do about that. But the only thing I can do is keep the false facade going on. I gotta give this mirage to the people and false hope to the people. But he already know that is no way in life that is going to be open next year. You don't have the money for staff. He don't have the staff, and he don't have the ability to go into the building. So if he's saying that he don't have the certificate of occupancy, and that's for the school that he be in painting, he's not going to get the certificate of occupancy where the people can come in. He can have the max numbers of people coming in. Then you already know that the school across the street is a hazard, a complete hazard zone. No one can go in there unless you have the proper light. You understand what I'm saying? That school is completely abandoned. If he can't get the certificate of occupancy for the school across the street, he's in a lost situation right now. And what he's doing is with the travel is just to keep him. See, like, he's dealing with a major case of mental health. Trust me when I'm telling you this shit. He's going through a major case of depression. Trust me when I tell you this. It's just who hides it better. Who, and he can hide it better because you folks are taking care of him. So he allows him to hide his depression at a higher level. So he's depressed, he goes and do a conference. He's depressed, he go and be around people that's going to accept him. He's depressed, he goes away because you guys afford him to be able to do that. So he was depressed. What he do? He took a trip to Australia because he's depressed. There's no way in life that he don't have no depression when his school's not open. Yo, look, think about this. If you've been waiting for a job for 5 years and you keep getting told that, we're going to call you, and for 5 years you've been waiting for this is your dream job. And for 5 years you've been waiting, 6 years you've been waiting, and you still didn't get the call. You don't think you have a little depression inside you? You don't think there's a little depression if you don't get that job that you've been trying to get for 5, 6 years? You don't think that Umar has a little depression being that the school's not open? You don't think that he has a little depression? Come on, folks. He's dealing with a major case of mental health issues. And he goes around to get fueled back up by doing these little conferences and people taking pictures with him. All that's to help him with his depression. But that man's depressed because he don't know where to go with nothing right now. He's at a point where he's like, yo, maybe we just got to do a protest. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I got to make it racial. And so now he's going to make it a racial protest. You're not trying to give me my certificate of occupancy because I'm black. And he's going to try to use the people for that shit. Come on, man. That ain't right. That ain't right. Don't go all the way out there to Delaware and start pumping that crap. You're not giving me my paperwork because I'm black. They not giving you the paperwork because you're a fraud. They not giving you the paperwork because they like, yo, you owe this man money. They not giving you the paperwork because you are on their radar. You made yourself on their radar. I told you, once you go on their radar, you're going to have hell. Don't think that I'm not telling you what I'm not knowing, what I'm not seeing. I see it. I saw it. That's why I was like, I didn't want to go to court because it's going to ruin everything. And now you are on their radar. Do you understand to be on the radar of who you want to be, who you claim to be? When I spoke to the people in the courts, they said, oh yeah, we know who he is. We've seen his videos. Like, dude, you're not paying attention. When I'm speaking to these people, I'm not speaking to these people like I'm a little soft guy. I'm speaking to these guys like, yo, you heard of this person? You ever heard of him? This is who I'm going against. Yeah, we heard of him. Yes, we know of him. We've seen his videos. We watching his videos. Do you really think that they really want you in their town? Do you really think they need you in their town? So why would they make it easy for something that they don't want or need? They'd rather have those buildings go towards someone that they want to have those buildings. So why would they make anything easy for you when right now they online, they seeing that your own people is joking you in the situation. Your support from your own people is not at an all-time high. So because of that, why should they just jump in and just grant you everything that you need like you their buddy? You didn't rub elbows with the right people. You're not in with the right crowd. You're not rubbing the right elbows out there to become a good citizen of the county of Wilmington. You're already controversial. You already got a claim in Delaware, a court claim of unpaid wages for staff. That's a no-no, bro. Like, I don't think a lot of things registering. Everybody trying to make it seem like it's nothing. But you already got a claim against you. And then you think that we supposed to just write off and give you the certificate of occupancy when we already got a claim with you and you still haven't paid the claim? We can just imagine what will happen when we open up the school for you. What everything else is going to come through. You probably, they looking at you as a menace. So it's best that we diddy you, don't give you your bell. You know what I'm saying? Until you make sure that everything is tight. Y'all gotta understand something. Unless everything with Umar Johnson is tight, that nigga ain't getting shit. And right now, everything is not tight. And he has not rubbed elbows with the right people. So he's going to try and use you folks and your energy and your black powerism and say, hey, it's racial, and trying to bring it on that level. No, I'm saying, dog, you might as well just get with the program. We take it to the heads of the state. We take it to the big dogs. If you want to have a protest, why go low when you can go high? Why go low when you can go high? Why go low when you can shoot for the stars? Go high. So I'm saying we're going to bring everything to the platform where the people who can make real decisions and be very impactful. So when we do go back to these people who were saying, no, you can't, we go back and say, yes, we can. But see, you're not moving the right way. You're not rubbing elbows with the right individuals. I don't care how much you think rubbing elbows with your black peers is not going to get none of these doors open. Sorry. I'm sorry. And if you're not holding hands with your black peers in unison, you're not going to get nothing. When you should have been organizing protests for those people who died, when you supposed to be marching and protesting for those people's lives, you wasn't doing it. But now, son, we supposed to march and protest for the death of FDMG. We supposed to march and protest for the death of FDMG. Let it burn. Let them choke it out. Let them pound it out. Let them 50 shot FDMG. Let them bomb it. Let them burn it. Because you ain't walk with us. You waited for us to get organized, and you try and step in like you the king speaker. You ain't walk with us. You ain't organized with us. Like I said, Tamika Mallory was out there. And I ain't trying to promote her, but she was out there. My song, he was out there. They got cuffs put on them. They got locked up. See, in this game of being black and proud, you gotta get some cuffs on you. You gotta have this look, the wide eye look. Like, fuck that. You gotta have that wide eye look. You gotta get the cuffs on you for me to believe you. You gotta be willing to go to jail for black power. You dig? Yep. That shows that you're really not with them. But you getting on your phone, 9/11, I need your help. I got a disgruntled. Nope. That's not black power. That's not black power. That's not black power. And so you think that you can do shit like that? And then you think that you're not supposed to get a blockage on your end? Shit, you crazy. What kind of life you think this is, boy? So instead you talk about rally and protest for the FDMG, you need to give me my bread, apologize, and move forward so we can organize this DC thing so we can bring shit back to our communities, bro, to go on their merry way. But all hands on deck. Otherwise, you're an enemy, and enemies need to be buried at this point. This is revolution. There's nothing else right now. It's revolution time. This ain't about going and begging the people, hey, can you please give me my certificate so I can open my school? Like I say, you need just to have a resource center. You need to just drop a whole lot of the headache part of everything, because it don't matter, but a resource center or all-purpose center. There's ways to eliminate shit. Don't go out there where you have to be on the map for these folks. Fuck that. I drive a car, no license. Like I say, don't go on the map. Do what if you're trying to do something, do what you gotta do. Get your school together. You have the keys for the building. You have a platform for the people. Make it a resource center. And that's that. You have a calendar of events. You market to the folks that need to be marketed to, and that you just keep it underground. And no school buses, no school children, just adults and consensual adults and their children coming in your facility, volunteering to help whatever it is. And then when they try and shut that down, then you have your protest. But know how to step out of their arena so they can't say shit to you. Just make it a resource center. Stop playing, dude, because you're going to look bad. 2025 is going to be a year that Umar Johnson really gets either humiliated or he just going to get canceled. 2025 for Umar Johnson, it will be a Diddy awakening, because the gig is really, really up. And right now, he's about to put himself in a position, December 15th, when I pull up, he's going to put himself in a position of full embarrassment. Because this room ain't going to just be about Umar Johnson and his Umar Johnson security. This is a venue for STEM. This is a venue for science fair. This is a venue for these children. And so when I pop up and I demand that attention when it's time for me to get the attention, and all eyes go on you, you're going to be embarrassed, and you're going to have no choice but to humble yourself and come to the light And once that happens, then you're going to be able to move forward with the progression of your school. Trust me, everything's on hold. 2025 will be the year that Umar get Diddy. This is the year for Diddy. I'm telling you, y'all think I'm lying. This is your year now. This is Umar's year. Diddy? I'm not lying. I mean this. If Sean Combs can get stayed, if Sean Puffy Combs can get the spotlight on him, if if Russell Simmons can get the spotlight on him, Umar Johnson can't get the spotlight on his ass. This is the year for the spotlight to be 100% on your ass, and it's not going to be pretty. You got DL Hughley to acknowledge you, and he shut you down. Okay, DL Hughley acknowledged you, shut you down. You zipped your mouth. You just ran, tuck your tail, and you shut up. But I'm saying DL Hughley, shit. I would love to reach out to him and have and provide and like encourage him to do the Umar Johnson tour. Do the FDFDMG tour. Do a comedy show, FDFDMG, and he will destroy him, Umar Johnson. Like I say, you don't want me to get out there and get the spotlight on me. You don't, because when these folks hear me and they piggyback off what should I say, you know what I'm saying, DL, I would love to see the FDFDMG tour. That would be a hot comedy show, yo. And then he opened up the floor for everybody who donated to your school. He would give a free, yo, if you, and this is how you do it. You get a free ticket if you can prove that you donated to the school. That oh my God. FDFDMG. You understand what I'm saying? If DL Hughley did the FDFDMG comedy show, comedy tour, and he gave free seats to all those people who donated to Umar Johnson School, you don't think that they're gonna go pull up, whether they are supporter or not, nigga? Huh? You don't think they're gonna go just to let it be known, well, I donated $500? As a matter of fact, like I say, this will be the year. So I'm just going to push for that as well. I'm going to push for that. I'm going to push that out there. Maybe I could get a little piece of that money. Maybe I could become a promoter of the FDFDMG comedy show, comedy tour. Matter of fact, maybe I just launched the FDFDMG comedy show, comedy tour. Look for comedians who know Umar Johnson, who would like to, do a stand-up on it. Huh? There's many ways to go about this shit. You need to pay my money because 2025 is going to be a different year. There's no distractions for me. No distractions. I can be focused. So if the focus is to get these leaders, these so-called leaders up out the way, so we can lead and guide our people to a victory, then so be it. We need to do the FDFDMG comedy tour. Think about it. The comedians right now, they need content. The comedians right now need some real good content. And I mean, to do a stage show, a 5-day tour of the FDFDMG, that will sell out seats. You want some attention, right? FDFDMG comedy tour, starring DL Hughley, king of comedy. One of the kings of comedy, DL Hughley. And he can talk politics. Even though Kamala lost, he can joke her too. But yet still, he can go at you. Because it's about FDFDMG. So, Umar, how do you want it? How do you want it? because we after December 15th, after January 20th, I can really sit back and focus on reaching out to DL Hughley and pitching the comedy tour of a lifetime. I mean, trust me, no one's going to be sending him what I will send him. No one, he's going to get this email and it's going to say FDFDMG comedy tour. He'd be like, what the fuck is this? And when he opened up the email and he see that invitation, he see that beautiful flyer that I would make, I'm gonna make it like it's already existing, where he can visualize that shit. But yo, that might be a hit, and have all the people from city to city who donate. You do a comedy tour, city to city, from every city. And yo, matter of fact, and yo, the jokes can be the same. Like you let it be known, yo, like if I do the same joke I'm doing, in New York, and I do the same joke in California, so be it. It's FDFDMG all day long. Understand? And then pick up more artists on the tour that would like to do it. You know what I'm saying? This is all for fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That would be a show that no one would want to miss. And then you'll say like this. And maybe if Umar Johnson apologized, I'll give him half the proceeds. Like I said, this is time for humiliation, humbleness. Maybe if Umar Johnson comes and apologizes to all those people who he let down, maybe I give him a percentage of proceeds to open up the school. To go, not to open the school, but to go towards staff. This money would go towards staff. Understand what I'm saying? I'm on it. I'm on it. The FDFDMG comedy tour. Special guest comedian, entertainer, Lennon Honor. Fly him in. Let Lennon Honor be part of the stage show. Okay? Like I say, yo, you gotta pay attention to me, man. I love this shit. I'm a genius, yo, when it comes to just letting it just go. FDFDMG comedy tour, starring Lennon Honor, Lord Jamar performing. Understand? Have Lord Jamar perform too. Have Lennon Honor perform, his flute. Do his live, do a live stream. That would be awesome. And if Umar Johnson humbles himself and apologizes, then he can get some of the proceeds. But not for him. He has to provide the staff. Okay? This is how we're gonna do it. He has to bring out with him his staff for the school, and we will personally have money for the staff so they can start work. Okay? This is the comedy show. FDFDMG. Where's your workers? Where's your physical ed teacher? Where's your track teacher? Who's going to teach science? Where's your science teacher? Bring them all, and we're going to personally provide them with half of what they need for the year. So if you're looking to pay the teachers a minimum salary of like 50,000, 45,000, 50,000, we would have 20,000. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? What, 60,000? I don't know what these teachers are gonna be getting paid. But if you can provide $50,000 for these teachers right now, anything from $40,000 to $50,000, $60,000 a year. Okay, and from our comedy show, we give 20,000 up front, and you have what, 10 teachers, 15 teachers, $300,000, nothing. $300,000 we would make off that comedy tour, easy, easy, right? And now all you have to do is stand there and apologize. And you got your teachers paid. You understand what I'm saying? That's all you have to do. Apologize. Your teachers get their money, and they $20,000 is right up front for them to get things going. Then we could do a little telethon for you, but you gotta humble yourself. 2025 is the year of humbling Umar Johnson. Diddy's about to be humbled if he's locked up, yo. If I don't see a mug shot, it's hard for me to believe that he's locked up. Because Donald Trump is a billionaire. Donald Trump was a president, and we seen a mug shot. For us not to see a mug shot of Sean Combs, for us not to see a paparazzi shot of Sean Combs getting a close-up shot of Sean Combs getting, you know what I'm saying, sent out, it's hard for me to believe anything. It's very hard for me to believe anything when I know that this shit is way deeper than what the people know. That rabbit hole is so deep, but he's being supposed to be humiliated and humbled. Why not Umar Johnson? Umar Johnson must be humbled in 2025. I'm telling you, this whole process is humbling him. A lot of people don't know he's depressed. And if he wasn't, he would tell me to shut the fuck up. He would say, Don, shut up, man. But he can't say that. He can't say nothing. If, like I say, the same way Luma Arnold just did the 5 rants of Umar Johnson, and Umar Johnson went in on these people and went in on, he would say, yo, Don, Icy Don, shut up. You don't know nothing. But he can't do that. He won't do that. He won't say my name, shut up. Be quiet. He can't say that. Because I'm right. So shout out to you folks. Shout out to every single person that be, showing me love on the late night. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I kind of do like doing the late night lives. You know what I'm saying? Because when I wake up, in the middle of the night, because I'll be going to sleep early, I love it. When I wake up in the middle of the night, my body, is used to just waking up. I really went to sleep early today. It was one of those days. It was a beautiful day that to really just relax and just enjoy whatever it is you're enjoying. And today was a day I really was in peace. I mean, super peace. I mean, like, wow. So I went to sleep early, and I woke up early. And as I wake up, saying, for me to be joined by you and you, thanks for your support. It's definitely a pleasure, to be able to kick this with you folks. It's not me venting, it's really me dropping jewels and bombs right now. I'm pulling up December 15th, Cuba, to get ready. We're going to build. You have no choice. I'm pulling up. Don't call the police. I come in peace. You know what I'm saying? We're going to organize. We're going to figure out how we're going to make some money with these shirts and hoodies. You know what I'm saying? We got to get out there. So we got December 15th and 14th, and then we got the January 20th, and then Black History Month, we come back. and do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? We got to continue. We got to be on point because this is revolution. This is war. We got to get organized. As for Umar, do the right thing. If you're going to be there, do the right thing so you can get the right thing. But you do wrong, you setting yourself up because the FDFDMG comedy tour with DL Hughley is one of the greatest things to look forward to for 2025. Trust me, there's nothing going on in the entertainment world right now. There's no big comedians out right now that's doing something big. But for DL Hughley, this will be one of his biggest tours, Quiet's Cup. Quietest Cup. For him to air the FDMG out and give a free ticket for every single donor that can prove that they donated, you will see how fast your supporters will shit on you. You will see how many, all your supporters, all your loyal supporters, if this tour come to California, I guarantee you Tiffany will be up in there. If this show is in California, I guarantee you your girl Tiffany will be there like, I donated. Where's my free seat? I swear, yo, prove me, Tiffany. You won't be up in until about look at how much I donate, DL. I should be in front row. Those who've donated, over $500, they get front row seats. And if you donated over $500, you get an autograph this from DL, and you'll be able to sit down and talk with DL. Certain people, if he get the platinum donors, they can be on stage with DL while he's doing it live. The stand up, understand? Oh yes, oh yes. Umar, come on, man. Do you want that memo to go out? Do you really want that email to go out? Do you want the FDFDMG comedy show to go out? Because we could do this shit on a local level. We can just look for local comedians to know who knows of the story, who would like to do this show. We can keep it simple. We can do a live on it. We can keep it small, or we can have DL Hughley just take it to the next level. Steve Harvey, right? Oh, I did forget Steve, right? Scratch my head. Don't fuck with me. I told you this is an investment. And if I can use you to get to the top of the leadership role, this is icing on the cake, dog. Two of the kings of comedy back together to roast the FDFDMG, to roast the FDMG. I'm surprised they're not even thinking of it right now. They got, you understand what I'm saying? It hasn't been pitched to them. When I pitch it to them, as a matter of fact, my birthday's in December, the end of December. I'm going to have the flyer. If Umar Johnson do not do what he's supposed to do, I'm going to have the FDFDMG comedy show tour. I'm going to design the flyer, and I'm going to start recruiting for comedians. I'm going to send the email out to Steve Harvey. I'm going to send it out to DL. I'm going to send the proposal out, because I'm going to put the little proposal. Excuse me. I'm going to put together a little proposal. let them run with you, Diddy. Umar, you don't want this heat, man. Like I say, it's so much. I mean, trust me. The brain waves be moving like computers. It's so much I can really think of to really crush everything of you. It's too easy. But this one right here is profitable. The profit that comes with this is incredible. And then to make you bark like a dog and be humble because you know your staff like, yo, Umar, you better get that money. You better get that money for these folks, Umar. We're going to give you a percentage of the proceeds. We're going to give you that's going to go directly to the staff. You got to prove that you got staff. Okay? You got to prove that you have staff, and we give your staff their bread. We give them like $20,000 each to get the school going. But this comedy show it's not even like we really need to like really put together material like that. It's not like we got to really do crazy homework with this shit. Like all we just do is and Leonard Arnold is the one that can be very instrumental to this whole project. Like I say, he gonna perform and play his flute. He gonna do his Stevie Wonder. He gonna do his song. FDMG is coming. He's also gonna launch the FDFDMG. You know what I'm saying? He could be the opening act. Because we know he need the money too. He needs the money too. He got family of 7, right? 8. I mean, he got family of 10, but some shit like that. Like I said, Lord Jamar performing. All folks who who donate to the FDMG and a certain amount of money, they on the stage. And you got Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley, 2 of the kings of comedy, on that stage. And Cedric might just say, you know what, boys? I can't let y'all just do this by yourselves. Fuck Umar, yo. And he come out. Now we got the kings of comedy, and now with the topic is the FDMG. Damn it, yo, you are out of luck. You way out of luck, Umar. Pay me my money. Because actually, to be honest, you know what, folks? To be honest, outside, I got 2 projects now. You know what, Umar? You know what? You keep doing your dumb shit. I got 2 projects now. We got the inauguration day. I got brain freeze all day. I got a lot of projects in front of me, folks. So we're gonna recap the projects we got. We got the FDFDMG comedy tour that's about to come up. Okay. FDFDMG comedy tour. I'm about to design a flyer. We're just gonna go in it. Okay, that's how we just gonna eliminate the whole shit. We just gonna start the FDFDMG comedy tour. I'm looking for comedians who know of Umar Johnson to put together some material because we want to shop it too. We just want to put together a show. So that's one. We got brain freeze. We got the inauguration day. Street entertainment all day. I got an artist. My artist is good, really good. Okay. So those are the main things that we're gonna be doing. FDFDMG. We're gonna raise some money with that. Like I said, it's preparing for war too. We're preparing for revolution. Don't think that no, I'm distracted. No, this is me galvanizing bodies and people. We got the brain freeze game show. We got the comedy show. We got the inauguration day. Oh, we are in there for 2025. We focus. Brain freeze, inauguration rally, and the FDFDMG comedy tour. Proceeds go towards building real schools. Fuck your school. Fuck your people. All right? That's how we're going to do it. And when, like I say, when DL and Steve Harvey get the memo and they decide they really want to be part of it, free of charge, and they want to help raise us a few $1 million to build some real institutions and real research resource centers. I mean, fuck schools. I don't give a damn about no school at this point. Straight resource centers. And I really mean that. Fuck school, folks. We need resource centers. We need scholars that can put together some criteria. You know what I'm saying? We can have educational criteria that we can go by, that we can, with our resource centers, we can get the information because we just have technology that we can just use and level our brains up and become super smart in 2 seconds. We didn't get fuck school. All that discipline and shit. No, in our resource center we have discipline, a disciplinary center, scared like a scared straight program. No, but fuck school. We taking our kids from child and getting them right in the direction. We ain't got to waste time and everything else. We gonna discipline them in the resource center. We're gonna have family resolution in the resource center. Family support in the resource center. Fuck school. It's an educational resource center. We're going to have all the technology that we need to be smart. But all that sitting in school shit, we're going to have babysitting center in the resource centers because parents got to get their work on. But in regards to schooling, we ain't got time for this shit. It's a new world, new time. And that's where it's at right now. I don't believe in school system no more anyway. I always say homeschool, homeschool, homeschool. And so if we're going to try and build schools, that's not happening. The school building a school right now, we ain't got time. We need straight resource centers. Period. Resource centers got studios in it, built-in studios. We don't have time, folks. School is a process. Fuck school. Get your minds right. School is a white thing. School is a white thing, Umar. We need resources. We don't need school. Once y'all can comprehend what I just said right there, that school is a white thing. It's not a right thing. It's a white thing. What's right for us at this moment in time in life is the resources. Because we got to get caught up fast. We don't need nothing slowing us the fuck down. How many teachers out there really, 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 really is so proud of being a teacher in this education system that we're in? How many teachers feel like their hands is tied behind their backs with this school system that we have, that you are all part of, the Department of Education, the white school system? How many teachers really can move in the white school system? No, come on now. Y'all know what I'm talking, real talk. We don't need that. We need the resource centers. That's what we need at this point right now. My baby I don't know. My baby, when it came out, when my baby was just a baby, I knew that my baby had talent. I knew it was something special about my child. But I don't really want to waste too much time. You know what I'm saying? Well, right now we can help. With speech. We can help with writing. We can help with reading. We can help with math. We can get all the basics in your child. But we're gonna exploit their talent. Let's go. So which department want to hit? That department, that part. Okay, you got 5 departments, and you got your kid that they're gonna get disciplined too. No problem. We are family now. This is a family resource centers, family building resource centers, community building resource centers. We not fucking with school no more. Fuck school. Get focused, focus. Like I say, revolution starts with us revolting from the system. If y'all want freedom, you got to revolt from their system. So it starts with their slow down system of education. We need money, we need funds to go towards resources. 1 million resource centers. Let them have their schools. Pull your kids out their schools. See what happened with their school system. Now, once we get rid of their school system, do you know what type of budget that is? Understand the education budget, the military budget. Once we say, y'all keep your schools, we want these resources right here. We're not trying to compete with y'all no more. See, Brown versus the Board of Ed, we not trying to compete with y'all no more on that shit. We know that was the 60s. No, we ain't fools no more. We give y'all back your schools. You can take your school system back. But we taking our people out of it. Just give us the budget money that you have for our people. Give us a percentage of that to go towards our resource centers. We give you your schools back. Oh, you ain't giving us that? Okay, cool. No problem. No problem. We still gonna build our resource centers. With whatever people that have money, because you gotta understand, most of the billionaires, most of the people, black people who have money, they about to come crumbling down, folks. It's about to get ugly. So if we gotta get what we can out of them before it's too late. Because our power with our money is about to go downhill with this whole Diddy situation. So right now we have to humble ourselves and understand that if we're going to build, we're going to build, but we ain't building on no distractions or resource centers. And within the resource centers will be our banks. And within the center itself, we don't need to do a separate building for banking. No, within the resource centers, because what part of the resource center we'll be teaching banking, we'll be teaching economics, we'll be teaching finances. We'd be teaching stocks and investment, because we're going to be investing in each other, learning how to become each other's stock in the resource center. No schools no more. School is the thing of the past. Brown versus Board of Ed. Done. Black power. Thank y'all for that movement. But we realize after 60 some years that the education system is not working for us. So because we learned enough within the education system, we now know that we must do for ourselves, and all we need is the resources. Because we have all the education we need now. Because all the education is in shit like this. Things like that. Things like that. As long as we got Wi-Fi, as long as we got internet, we have the most powerfulest teachers in the world. Period. School is dead. Umar, your M-TheeFDMG is not going to open. It's over with. Your school, in regards to school, it's over with. So now start saying you opening a resource center. Give Don his flowers. Give Don his flowers. He got you on the right track now. I got you focused. No longer school. Don't mention school is a thing of the past. Do not say school no more. You fuck school. Everybody fuck school. It's revolution time. We need resources. Prove me wrong. If I was to speak amongst all your school children and they heard what I just said about F school, we don't need school no more. School is the thing of the old days. And I say what we need is resource centers. We don't need to wait for this child to become 18. We don't need this child to become 15. This child is a star right now. This child is talented right now. This child has the ability right now. We're not slowing them down. We're not going to, no child left behind. How many of these kids are going to hear my speech and believe that what I'm saying is real in the right way? As opposed to another person saying that education is the way. No, these kids are like, yo, but I'm getting more education just by go open up Google. Like, you can't argue with them right now. And so I'm saying, you know what? They right. Fuck school. I'm agreeing with the youth. They right. All the people from the old days, your time is done. It's now the new ways. And the new ways, we don't have no time. It's speedy shit. It gotta be speedy right now. Otherwise, you're gonna lose attention. Speedy, otherwise you're gonna lose attention. I ain't talking about speeding where you lose control. I'm talking about not losing the attention span of the people. In school, you're gonna lose the attention span of the people. Where a nigga like Umar Johnson heading it, oh my God, you talk about going back to dinosaur age. These kids are gonna be like, yo, man, what was we talking about? What was the topic? We was learning math. What the fuck? We're in Africa right now, and we crushing cookies. Like, yo, I'm dropping out, mom. He had more dropouts with his school than anything. No, we don't need a school. We don't need an FDMG school. Right now, we need Project Picking Up Resource Centers. We need resource centers, period. We need drums, we need saxophones, we need trumpets, we need all the musical instruments. We need studio, we need microphones, we need all the studio equipment, the mix board, we need all the studio equipment because our schools got to be fully equipped. We need all the cameras because we going to be putting together our own motion pictures, our films, our commercials. We're going to be doing our play. We need production. We ain't got time for Hollywood. We ain't waiting for Hollywood. No. We bringing Hollywood right to our schools because the talent is there. We ain't wasting no time. We just need the resources. Everything else will fall in place once we have it. If we just had a building that had nothing but real resources that the community can go to, and then in a day of work, they actually have work for the next person. They have work because they go in there in the resource and they coming out with, yo, I got an album. Who's gonna help me push this album? I got a poetry book. I wrote a book. I got a cookbook. How old are you? 12. We don't need no wasting time no more. I'm not even trying to waste these kids' time no more. Fuck wasting kids' time. Hear the words I'm saying, yo. It's time to troop up. We don't have no time for anything that's wasting time. It's hands-on training for the next day for success. I ain't got 10 years to wait for success. Nobody got time to wait for success. We need it now. Fuck school. So Umar Johnson, I told you 4 years ago that you need to really start focusing on getting a program together so that in the meantime you're waiting, you have your program already on your phone that you can be working on. Now I'm saying to you 100%, school is the thing of the past. Like Nas says, hip hop is dead. Education of the old is dead. I want it dead. I don't want our black people wasting our time in their school system no more. I hope y'all comprehended what I'm saying. I'm not saying be uneducated. I ain't saying nothing like that. I said we need resource centers that's going to direct us right to the sources. No learning about Picasso, no caring and fuck about no damn canal and Panama Canal and no Christopher Columbus. We don't care about none of that. We're not wasting our time with none of that. We don't care about none of this African shit. None of that. The only thing we want to know is how to do trade with Africa, how to flip money with Africa. But everything else, we learn that in the culture center, in the resource center. But not focusing it as that is the pure education. We don't got time for that. I'm not allowing these people to keep doing this shit no more. I hope that y'all not getting mad because I say F school. But no, we ain't say F education. We just said school. School is a white thing. When we built this country, we didn't have school. So if y'all want to say black people built this country, did we have school when we built the country? Was we going to school when we built the country? No. Huh? All we need is what? The resource, right? Stop playing. Y'all always say, we built this country. Was we educated? Did we have the education, or we just had the resources and the knowledge because we knew what to do? Yeah, we knew what to do. All right, so that's it. We going back to the old days. We going back to the old days, just with the tools. We got the technology. We going back to old days. We not wasting time with nothing. We just gonna build, build, and build. If we built this country before, we can rebuild it now. But slowing us down is slowing us down. And real leaders is really talk right now. We're not slowing our generation down no more. Fuck school. So now the education department can save a shitload of money because we pulling our kids out to school. We want you to shift that money to these buildings, all these abandoned buildings in every city, every state, and we want them for us to be our community resource centers. Period. 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 We want to buy it. Give us that. Give it to us. Give it to. We're taking it. We need a squatter in there and claim it. If I was to go and show you folks the amount of abandoned buildings in Philadelphia alone, you'd be like, damn. Resource center, resource center, resource center, resource center, resource living quarters. Okay? Resource living quarters. Resource center, resource living quarters. Now we eliminate homelessness and education at the same damn time. What's leadership, folks? Leadership is guiding us out of the bubble that we've been in. Real leadership is guiding us out of the bubble, guiding us away from it's like we walking off the plank into the water with the sharks. We got too many people who claim to be leaders that's walking us off a plank into the shark water. I'm saying hells no. We getting rid of this plank. It's no more walking off the boat. We're going to bring this boat to the dock and we're going to hop out. We're going to build it on this land right here. But I'm not walking you off the plank. It's a mutiny. And we getting rid of all the bad apples who claim to be leaders. And Umar Johnson, the gig is up. We don't want we don't need school no more. We not even yours FDMG. We don't need schools no more for our people. We have the education that we need. We just need people to structure agenda, criteria. That's what we need. We need an itinerary of this, itinerary that break down what we need to learn on just going straight to it. And so many people have invested into this AI shit. We don't need teaching no more. I'm trying to tell you folks, we don't need at this point at all. At all. And now all those teachers who, they was teaching, now they can be part of these resource centers. And because the resource centers is direct, more direct to the money, your money is now increased because your shit, the people that you develop to be stars is where the money's going to be in building stars, engineers, everything. But wasting time is not what we have right now because it's way later than what you think. Umar Johnson sat there and he delivered that little bullshit speech. Like, he's willing to put as much time it is to open it. That was the race hustling. We don't have no more time right now. The time is now. And so therefore, yo, right now it say that I've been on this live for 3 minutes and 54 seconds. That's some weird shit. You say I was on this live for 4 minutes. I don't know, my phone be doing some crazy shit. But we don't have no time left. So on that note, folks, it's 4 o'clock. I'm pulling up to Brooklyn. I'm going to deliver this message. And we're going to get justice. We're going to get support. We're going to make some change. We ain't got time for that black power talk where you got us going to nowhere. You walking us off the plank. Most of this black power talk is walking you folks right into the ocean. So we're going to end that right there. And we're going to get real black power. But black power means that you got to be powerful against something. So we're going to go against the enemy, which is everything that's putting up roadblocks in front of us. We're going to knock down these roadblocks. It's going to start with you and me getting organized. Thank y'all for your listening ear, your support. See you tomorrow. Peace. Well, later on today. Uno.